So Windows Phone has some neat features. One of the things that it does very well is take contacts from multiple places, from Facebook, from Google, from Windows Live, and integrate it into one People Hub. It's supposed to be intelligent. It's supposed to link together contacts that are multiple. You know, I have somebody on Windows Live who's also on Facebook. It should link those two profiles together and put all the information under one contact listing. That's great if it did that all the time, but thankfully when it doesn't, Microsoft has built in a feature that lets you link contacts manually. We'll take a look at my contacts right here. You notice I have two listings right at the top for an Allie Washington. They're both very similar, and they're most likely the same person, but they are two distinct contacts. I want to change that, and to do that, you go and click on your contact to get into their information, and you're viewing their details. You'll notice down here we have three icons. The center icon right there is a picture of a chain. That is for linking and unlinking accounts, linking and unlinking contacts. If you click on that chain, it'll pull up any links. It'll try to search your address book for contacts that are identical to kind of help you. It didn't pick up my other Allie Washington, so I have to manually choose it by clicking on Choose a Contact. Once I've selected it, I click on the contact I want to link it to, and you'll notice we have two profiles linked together now. If I go back, you'll notice now I have a phone number, I have text, and I have email. The email comes from that second contact that I linked in. If we go back to our People's Hub, you'll notice now we only have one contact. We don't have a duplicate. The two have been merged into one. Say you make a mistake or you change your mind, you'd like to undo it. You'll notice the icon that was a chain now has a 2. If you tap on that, it'll show you the two contacts that are linked together, and you can unlink them by tapping and holding on one of the contacts. When you let go, you'll see it'll say Unlink Windows Live Profiles. If you want to unlink them, click on Unlink, and we're back to where we started from. There's one profile by itself. You notice the email information is gone. All we have are the phone numbers and the texting. And if we go back to our People Hub, you'll see we have two listings. So it's kind of a neat way of correcting any of Microsoft's mistakes, and it lets you tidy up your contact list so you don't have all these duplicates. It's an excellent feature and it works great. Now, Windows Phone, like its predecessor, Windows Mobile, has voice search built right into it. To activate voice search, you find your lovely Start button and you hold it down for about 3 seconds. That'll launch the voice search and a voice control application, and you can use it to do a bunch of different things. I'm going to demo a couple of them for you right now. I'm going to start by tapping and holding my Start button. Open Calendar.
Starting calendar.
So that works pretty well. It's a quick and easy way to access your calendar. You can also use it to call people. Call Allie Mobile.
Calling Allie Washington Mobile.
Yep, so it picked up my contact. It gives me an error because I don't have a SIM card. It picked up my contact even just by the first name. I had one Allie in my contacts. It found it and called it automatically. You can also use it to do voice-activated search. It'll search Bing on your behalf when you give it a search query. Find Best Buy in Augusta, Maine.
Searching for Best Buy in Augusta, Maine.
There you go. It does it perfectly. Picked it right up. Gives me access to the map and search results. Now, one thing you'll often see in Windows Phone are those 3 little dots. You might be wondering what those are. A quick tap on them and a drag upward, and you'll see that they'll do two different things for Windows Phone. First of all, if you have a set of icons, it'll add labels to them so you can know what they actually are. A lot of times the icons in the applications are meaningless. If you tap on your three little buttons here and drag upward, you get to see what each one is. These also expose a contacts menu. So you can do a lot more than just view a web page. You can share it, find it, put it on your start menu, and access the settings for your browser. So anytime you see those three little dots, tap on them, drag them up, and see what's hiding behind them. There's a lot of little surprises and a lot of added features you can access from those three little buttons. If you use Windows Phone and you're multilingual, Windows Phone has the ability to let you set up two keyboards with two different languages and two different dictionaries. The way you do that is by going to your settings under your launcher, tapping on settings and going to your keyboard. At the top of the keyboard you can select your languages. You can select multiple languages. Right now I have English and French selected, but you can swap those around and choose any combination. When you've made your selection, click on the check button to bring you back, and we'll take a quick look at that. We'll scroll to the calendar. We'll add an event, and when we access our keyboard here, you'll notice there's a new little icon right next to the space bar. You'll see an EN. The EN stands for English. If we tap on EN, you'll see it pops up for EN and FR. That's English and French. I can switch between the two. Click on French, and now I have the French keyboard. You'll see a little FR at the top here, and you notice the keys are slightly different. If I want to swap back, I tap it again and I'm back to English. When I go back, I'm back to French. Not only does it change your keyboard, but it also changes your dictionary. So when you start to type, if you're in English, you're going to pick up English words. And if you're in French, you're going to pick up French words. You can see that looks a lot different, some of the words, than you would normally see in English. The Montreal, Montana. That's kind of neat. So if you do switch back between multiple languages on a regular basis, this is a neat way to be able to switch your dictionary, switch your keyboard on the fly. So of course, if you're like any brand new smartphone owner, one of the first things you do is load up a lot of applications on your handset. You get so many on there, you finally realize things are slowing down, or they're just too crowded. You want to get rid of some. Removing apps on Windows Phone is very easy. You go to your launcher, you select the app you want to get rid of, tap and hold, and you notice uninstall. If you click on uninstall, you get an alert asking you if you want to uninstall it, just to make sure. If you do, click on yes, and the application will be automatically removed. It's as easy as that, and it's nice that it's accessible from within the launcher. You don't have to go into settings, you don't have to navigate anywhere else. It's all done right from here. So with many smartphones, you often will want to reboot your handset on a regular basis. It just kind of shuts everything down, unloads everything from memory, and in general improves performance. I don't know if Windows Phone needs it as much as other platforms do, but in case you want to shut down your handset and restart quickly, the easiest way is to hold down the power button. If you hold it down for about 5 to 10 seconds, it'll boot down very quickly, and when you release, it'll be ready to boot right back up. I'll demonstrate this right now. So as we're holding down the power button, the handset begins to turn off. It shuts itself off pretty quickly. Now when we release, it'll start itself right back up. You could probably do this as kind of a hack, but you can do it because Windows Phone shuts itself off pretty quickly. By the time you're ready to release your finger from the power button, the phone is already powered off, and when you let go of the power button, it turns itself back on. But it's a neat and quick and easy way to reset your handset. You don't have to take off the battery cover, remove the battery. You don't have to take off any case. You just hold down the power button for about 10 seconds and you'll be good to go. The Windows Phone is designed to work in a business environment, work with multiple calendars, multiple contacts. And one of the things you'll often come across are events that have multiple people involved in it. Windows Phone is set up to handle multiple people events very conveniently. One couple neat features that it has is, you can see I have an event here for recording video. I have a couple attendees and the details here. If you notice down at the bottom, I have a bunch of icons. One icon has an arrow on it. With that icon, it lets you to reply to a single person or reply to all. So if you want to send an email to everybody who's attending this event, you can do so with a single click. Now if we go back to our event details, you'll also notice another icon. It's a picture of a man running. This is used for when you're running late. You tap on it. It'll automatically pull everybody's email who have signed up for this event, and it'll send them a short little message that says, "I'll be a bit late, but I'm on my way. See you soon." It's just, once again, these little convenient things. It's kind of neat to be able to say, "I'm running late," tap a button, hit send, and everybody who's coming to that event will know that you're coming. You're just going to be a little late. Like most mobile platforms, Windows Phone has a built-in calculator. It's great when you need it, very handy. You can see it has your standard calculator here for addition, subtraction, all the basic stuff that you need to do. One little neat feature though is you turn your calculator to landscape and voila, you get a scientific calculator. Very useful, very handy for those that need to do that type of calculation. And we switch it back to portrait. And we get our standard calculator back again. It's a nice little surprise, kind of neat. You don't have to buy a specific scientific calculator. It's built right into the application on Windows Phone.